Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Diego Aylas. I study at University of North. May I going to present my research paper entitled Analysis of Technologies for the Detection and Diagnosis of Mental Disorders, a review for the scientific literature 2010 and 2020. The authors are Diego Aylas-LOPEZ and Michael Cognies-Governor. Outline: Introduction, Methodology, Results, Discussion, Conclusion. Introduction. A study by the World Health Organization 2019 states anxiety, depression, the post-traumatic stress disorders, and schizophrenia are mental illnesses that most affect more than 1 in 5 people, about 22% living in areas or zones with some type of conflict. The COVID, the Son of Vargas in 2020 mentions that COVID pandemic has caused psychological impact on the world population, both on people, physical and mental health, causing tend to experience replacement events the mental health causing contagion, social isolation, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, and depression. In recent time, technologies have an important role in the health sector to allow patients to access services and also to be a development tool to treat these diseases. Research question: what is the impact and influence of technologies on mental health between the years 2010 and 2020? What type of technology is most commonly applied to the detection of diagnosed mental disorders? Objectives: determine the impact or influence of technologies on mental health between the years 2010 and 2020, and determine the type of technologies most commonly applied for the detection, diagnosis, and mental disorders. Methodology: the type of study is a systematic review of the literature. Information was researched in the research in the main databases, which are IEEE Explorer, Sendirate, Dionet, Udal, Cielo, Progress, SBO, Scopus. And also following methods were also now applied inclusion and exclusion criteria. As shown in the table, keywords related to the research topic were used to make research more precise and effective. The keywords taken into account are mental illnesses, mental disorders, diagnosis system, depression, anxiety, behavioral disorder, technologies, and mental health illnesses and mental disorders. Embrace application and mental health, it's a mental health, among others. Results. As shown in the figure 4, the articles published between 2019 and 2020 had a higher contribution articles related to the research topic with 11 and 26 articles, respectively, compared to the previous years, which had few articles. In the figure 5, show percentage of articles published by continents, where very the largest number of scientific articles is found in the Americas with 28 articles, Asia with 19, and Europe with 11 articles. In the figure 6, I can see things that the most applied technology with the highest percentage. To treat this type of disease is machine learning with 30%, mobile apps with 22%, and software with 20, software's 19%. In the figure 5, articles contain types of mental disorders. Articles were found referring to specific mental disorders such as depression, anxiety, bipolar disorders, among others, where depression was the most common with 33 studies. In the table 2 is distribution according to the categories of review and analysis articles, where but this the according The following table shows the scientific articles distributed in two groups according to the research topic, which are application and technologies for the diagnosis of mental disorders and factors affecting mental health. We, which show in the different categories in application and technologies and detection models for diagnosis and association, classification models and monitoring, analysis, review, and effectiveness, the application and technologies, molecular development, influence of software, psychological well-being, intervention and intervention information technology, ICT, system application for detection and monitoring. In factors affecting, we impact of COVID-19, traumatic experience, impact of events or natural disasters, addictions and drug use, abuse and domestic violence, and influence of discrimination. The distribution according to categories. Table 3 show table 4. Discussion. What is the impact of influential technologies for the diagnosis of mental disorders between the years 2010 and 2020? As shown in the figure 4, you can see it can be seen that the recent years there have been more studies and research on technologies for mental health. The result gives as an indicator that over time, with the advances and development of new technologies, have been providing multiple contributions and benefits to the treatment of different mental disorders. The figure 5 articles related to our research topic confront the continents of America, Asia, and Europe in that order. Therefore, the result indicates that there is great knowledge and studies has been carried out on application technology related to the detection and diagnosis of mental disorders. In the table 3, where the classification, where the classification for the articles was made which highlights more evidence for application of artificial intelligence to develop algorithms models to help detect or mental disorders gives in the understands that influence daily in the fulfillment from cognitive data and medical records on patients to the analysis can help doctors immediately respond to the treatment. On the other hand, it's evident that research has been conducted on the evidence influence of technologies and application on mental health in population. In addition, studies are monitoring a follow-up system. Finally, we found research ICT intervention for the care of people with mental health problems. To show this ICT is being used either for remote consultation where the users by the difficult to approach a medical center. It can be attended by a specialist. What type of technology is most commonly applied for detection and diagnosis of mental disorders? For this question, see figure 5. In the figure 7, there are different types of mental disorders that affect and impact on mental health, such as depression, which is the most prevalent disorder in people with mental disorders. Likewise, the post-traumatic stress disorder and bipolar disorder are other disorders that occur in some cases. As shown in table 4, which contributed to the risk of suffering from this type of disease, there was evidence of factors such as family, violence, drug use, traumatic experience in being a victim of discrimination, which affect people mental health recently with the emergence of COVID-19, it become the main factor is causing worldwide. So like impact either be quarantine and use mask social distancing. And the figure 6 showed the studies of different type of technologies that are implemented and used for this type of disorders as shown in figure 5. In figure 5, where machine learning has a 33% application. This guides a result that this type of technology must become the application for remote on data analysis help to detect and diagnose of mental disorders in order to make better decisions to improve patient care. Conclusion. The research shows and systematic review of the scientific literature on impact and influence application technologies for the detection and diagnosis of mental disorders concerned from 2010 and 2020. Therefore, 58 articles were systematized and satisfactory results were obtained that meet the expectations of the research, from which it was demonstrated that artificial intelligence with its proposed algorithms in data processing results and predictive data of certain uses and thus offer efficient user advances tools to improve and streamline process in health management and decision making. Likewise, it's a recommended of future research the use of this type of technology with the new purpose for diagnosis models and detection or development of new application for this type of this science success result has been evidenced with diagnostic predicting models, mobile application software in order to reduce the risk for the type of disease. Greater attention to this type of disease is recommended since there are current and many external factors of great risk of that may appear in the future, turning mental health or even causing serious circular damage to people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.